My name is Anshin. I'm an intuitive healer and traditional midwife. I'm also a wife and a mother of 4 children. I had all my children naturally, and 3 of them I had as free births, which means there was no medical professional at the births. Two of my pregnancies were cryptic pregnancies, and 3 of my pregnancies, including those pregnancies, went beyond 43 weeks, which is also known as extended gestation. I had done some Googling and I saw that women were going through pregnancies where they were having their periods as well as having negative pregnancy tests. At the time of my cryptic pregnancies, I didn't know that there was anything called cryptic pregnancy. By the time I found the cryptic pregnancy community online, I was already at the end of my 2nd cryptic pregnancy. And my cryptic pregnancies had been very difficult experiences, but at the same time it had also been very deep and transformative experiences for me as a woman and a mother. But when I saw the cryptic pregnancy community, I saw tremendous suffering, and I really wanted to help. So I began using my healing gifts to help women where I could. My introduction into the cryptic pregnancy world was 4 years ago, and it's been 6 years since my first cryptic pregnancy. It took me 7 years to become a traditional midwife. Traditional midwifery is rooted in the mentorship model of learning, as well as ancient spirituality and heritage. It has been around since the dawn of mothers and babies, and in traditional midwifery we not only embrace the complex biological realities of pregnancy and birth, but we also acknowledge them as deeply spiritual journeys and rites of passage for women. The medical modern model of midwifery has only been around for a few hundred years. And although it somewhat acknowledges the biological complex realities of pregnancy and birth, the mainstream medical structure has been primarily practiced and seen through a male lens. There's also more and more heavy reliance on medical machinery. Although approximately 1 in 475 women experience cryptic pregnancy, the medical field continues to virtually ignore its existence. Not only have I witnessed tremendous suffering among the women themselves, but I've also witnessed the neglect and the abuse of the medical field towards women going through cryptic pregnancy. At first, the abuse and neglect in the medical field towards me and these other women was shocking to me. I think it is apt to acknowledge that this is the same medical field that for hundreds of years put women into mental institutions and subjected them to horrendous treatments for things like mental illness. They also tortured and used slave women in their so-called early advances in gynecology. Women of color were also used in early experiments with the birth control pill. Many were maimed and or killed. At the heart of traditional midwifery, there is the understanding of the importance of addressing women holistically, taking things into consideration like religious, spiritual, cultural, and ethnic context. As a traditional midwife and fellow woman, I try to hold space for women and their health experiences, whatever they are, no matter how widely misunderstood or unknown. From a traditional midwifery viewpoint, women in general are deeply misunderstood, even by women themselves in mainstream medical culture. My work is to assist women in finding their power. In the medical field, the understanding of women is so narrow that it only serves to disempower women. It has been a long journey to fully ground myself in ancestral wisdom and heritage, especially in the context of cryptic pregnancy. Cryptic pregnancy, especially in the developed world, is so chaotic at this time because it is so unknown and severely under-researched. Although at times, the negativity, toxicity, and slander can be overwhelming in this work, in the end it has only served to make me stronger and grow deeper roots, as well as become a more passionate advocate for cryptic pregnancy as well as traditional midwifery. All the toxicity, negativity, and slander in the world is no match for the root level energy of the work that I do, simply because the work that I do is rooted in thousands of years of women's healing and birth wisdom. Nothing has ever been able to permanently break this legacy, which means it never will. In modern society, women are severely underestimated. In general, women are considered incapable of taking care of themselves, knowing themselves, or taking care of their children without the assistance of a medical professional. Cryptic pregnancy is very real and it exists, and it is not going away. I have lived it, seen it, and worked with it for 6 years. Woman-to-woman connection, community, and support is foundational to my work. I am here to help assist women on their cryptic pregnancy journeys, as well as help to change the conversation in women's health.